The date is the 29th of August, 2050. You've been woken up by Ned, your personal artificial intelligence interface and voice. The curtains slide open automatically, allowing the first rays of the sun to fill your eyes. Breakfast in bed courtesy of your multi-talented robot chef, and an automated wardrobe designed to pick you an outfit according to your mood. You make your way down the 250-story building in a lightning-fast elevator to find your car waiting for you. You hop into the backseat of your car and you make your way to your destination. The car drives you there. Now that's what 2050 should look like. But here is what 2050 could look like. You get up, you open your curtains and you open your window, in the hope to feel the sun on your skin and a gush of fresh air. But the only thing you smell is the garbage that's been dumped outside your apartment because the dustbins haven't been taken in for recycling. You close your window and you walk towards your bathroom. You try to switch your lights on, but there is no electricity. You try to run your tap, but there is no water. At this point, you just give up on brushing and you head straight for the kitchen. You open your fridge, but there is no food. The day has just begun, but the darkness has already started to surround you. Now I ask you, which morning would you choose? I know we all want to be part of that bright, futuristic dawn, but at the rate at which we're going, there doesn't seem to be a bright dawn for our planet. Global warming, deforestation, climate change, air pollution, water pollution, ozone depletion. These all may seem like very fancy words to you, but to me, they only spell out one thing: trouble. My greatest fear about our planet and the future of our planet can be summarized in one word: extinction. It scares me to think about a day when great species like ours and the others living on this planet come to an end as a consequence of our actions. And what further saddens me is that we continue to dig this very grave for ourselves. I mean, we've already started seeing the effects of global warming, the effects of air pollution, the effects of deforestation in countries like China, where people sell fresh air in oxygen tanks. Ladies and gentlemen, let's open our eyes. We're at a point where we're selling something as simple as fresh air. Doesn't that sound strange to you? I mean, I say you should get used to it. Because if we don't change our method soon, fresh air is going to be a commodity only available to the rich. And as for global warming, the seas are drying out, the forests are losing their trees, and the polar caps are melting at a rate faster than ever. And when the question is asked, who is responsible for all this destruction? Unfortunately, I only have one answer for you. It's you. Yes, you watching this video right now are the cause of eradication of life on this planet, on our planet. How? How can we be so ruthless? Trees have provided us with the most vital element of life: oxygen. The ground has provided us with fertile soil to grow crops and vegetation. The seas have blessed us with another species to share this planet with. But yet, we stand here to rip apart the very thing that has given us everything we have today. So how, I ask you, how can a child cause so much pain to the very mother who gave birth to him? Now let's step back for a second and ask ourselves, how many of us actually make an effort to protect the environment? I mean, how many of us are even bothered of the consequences of our actions on our surroundings? How many of us have ever bothered to plant a tree? Sometimes I feel as though we've been swept away by a fever of progress, that we forget where we actually come from. Sometimes I feel like we've forgotten the importance of a simple tree, the importance of fresh air, the importance of life. My mom always says, "Son, you've made this mess. Now it's time for you to clear it up." Similarly, It's high time that we clear this mess we've got ourselves into. Over the past couple of years, we, as the human race, have moved away from traditional methods, especially in the energy industry. With the introduction of solar power, we've reduced the amount of coal we're burning, the amount of natural gas we use, and the amount of combustion of other non-renewable resources. This has helped reduce carbon emission levels significantly, and will also help reduce carbon emission levels significantly if consistently pursued in the future. However, we cannot let ourselves stop at solar power. No, ladies and gentlemen. Electric cars, biofuels, marine energy. These are just some of the ideas knocking on our doorstep. We must pursue them. Nevertheless, it's not always about changing the big things. Sometimes the smallest of detail is what makes it a masterpiece. We should be able to do any and everything to help our environment, even if it means the smallest of the things. Perhaps it could mean using the right dustbin to help differentiate plastics and papers. Or it could mean using your cycle or walking over short distances. Each and every contribution counts. In the end, if we are to have any chance of survival, if we are to have any chance of seeing what 2050 may look like in its true essence, it is up to us to make that chance. Life is not a 100-meter sprint. Life is a marathon whose finish line is not supposed to be in sight. But as of now, I can see our finish line. I can see our end. And with it will come the end of everything as we know it.